Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. Well friends, another month is in the history books. The month of September started with Judge Scott McAfee ruling that Donald Trump's Georgia State RICO trial will be televised and live streamed. And the month of September ended with a series of developments. Get this. 1. Judge Tanya Chutkan denied Donald Trump's motion to have her recuse herself, remove herself from presiding over Trump's D.C. prosecution. 2. Donald Trump was delivered a massive loss in his New York State fraud case. And 3. The first RICO defendant flipped and will testify against Trump and his co-defendants in the Georgia case. You noticing a trend here, friends? Here's a brief recap of the legal stories for the month that was September 2023. So friends, are you ready for some must-watch TV? Some must-watch Justice TV? Well, then get ready for cameras in the courtroom. Friends, here's a brief recap of the legal stories for the month that was August 2023. So friends, the law provides that when somebody is charged with felony crimes, if there is clear and convincing evidence that that person is a danger to the community, then that person is to be detained pending trial. So I have just one question. Is Donald Trump clearly and convincingly a danger to the community? So friends, Donald Trump may not know it, or he may know it and just be unwilling to acknowledge it, but he is already disqualified from holding federal office again. So friends, as more and more people in Trump's orbit begin to turn on him, the walls around Trump continue to crumble. And hang in there, friends, because soon the accountability will start flooding in. So friends, the leader of the so-called Proud Boys organization, Enrique Tarrio, was just sentenced to 22 years in prison for organizing and executing an attack on the U.S. Capitol. But let's be clear, Enrique Tarrio is not the leader of the insurrection. So friends, Representative Jim Jordan is now interfering in District Attorney Fani Willis's prosecution of Donald Trump down in Georgia. Question: what do you think DA Willis should do about Jordan's interference in Trump's case? Well, friends, I think we've got ourselves something that qualifies as a bombshell on the legal front, because a Georgia grand jury has recommended that Senator Lindsey Graham be indicted for his crimes. So what happens now? Well, friends, I was toying with the idea of taking a day off from doing a Justice Matters video, but then Mark Meadows lost in federal court. Big time. So friends, what should we make of the fact that a Georgia State grand jury said 21 additional people should be indicted, but they haven't been? So friends, Donald Trump continues to represent a clear and present danger to the American people as he persists in attempting to poison all future jury pools. Well, friends, all of a sudden we are seeing an explosion of legal motions being filed by Donald Trump and some of his criminal associates who are desperate to try to find ways to wiggle out from under their criminal prosecutions. But you know what, friends? It won't work. So friends, even Trump's favorite judge, Aileen Cannon, is now ruling against him. Can the legal landscape get any worse for Donald Trump? Well, friends, we've got our first RICO trial date in Georgia locked in, October 23rd. And it will be against two defendants, neither of whom are Donald Trump. But that is not necessarily a bad thing. So friends, you may recall a few days ago, Donald Trump's lawyers filed a motion telling Judge Tanya Chutkan that she must remove herself as the presiding judge over Donald Trump's federal prosecution in Washington, D.C. Well, now, Jack Smith has filed his reply, and he has a little something to say about it. Well, friends, at long last, a prosecutor has formally asked a federal court judge to put a stop to Donald Trump's dangerous, reckless, jury pool poisoning lies. So friends, the good news about the gag order that Special Counsel Jack Smith is seeking against Donald Trump, it does not prevent Trump from continuing to confess to his crimes. So friends, one of Donald Trump's longtime executive assistants during his time as president and thereafter down at Mar-a-Lago has provided the FBI with some sharply incriminating evidence against Trump in his classified documents, obstruction of justice, espionage case. So friends, just when you thought you'd seen it all, Rudy Giuliani is now being sued by his own lawyer. So friends, Representative Jim Jordan, who committed the crime of contempt of Congress by defying a congressional subpoena, is now permitted to serve as the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Are you kidding me? So friends, Donald Trump is now urging the Republicans to shut down the federal government as a means to stop the federal prosecutions against him. Obstruct justice much, Donald? Donald Trump has violated the terms of his pretrial release by making dangerous, indeed deadly, threats against witnesses. And Donald Trump's pretrial release should be revoked and he should be detained pending trial. So friends, as you probably know, Special Counsel Jack Smith asked Judge Tanya Chutkan to order Donald Trump not to threaten, intimidate, or harass the witnesses against him. Well, Donald Trump's defense attorneys just filed their reply, and they seem to suggest that Donald Trump has a First Amendment right to threaten, intimidate, and harass the witnesses. So friends, Judge Tanya Chutkan just denied Donald Trump's motion seeking to have her recuse herself or remove herself from presiding over Donald Trump's federal prosecution in Washington, D.C. for his democracy-busting crimes on and around January 6th. So friends, up in New York, in the civil suit that New York Attorney General Letitia James brought against Donald Trump and his adult children, Trump just lost in court again. I mean, it really does feel like Trump has got to be setting some kind of a record for losing at this point. And then there were 18, because one of Donald Trump's co-defendants in the Georgia State RICO prosecution just flipped. So friends, in a new court filing, Special Counsel Jack Smith goes hard after a gag order for Donald Trump, trying to get him to stop endangering witnesses and poisoning jury pools. Let's talk about that, because justice matters.
It's for sure. Justice matters. Justice matters now.